shut down the club, bitches show me love. Feet on the couch, feet on the couch.
This Feet on the Couch. I'm Miklo Bands. This is Chrisvpex.
I'm here with Andrew, my homie Fat Baby. We're about to do this interview. Let's do it. Let's get it.
Alright, so first question is, how did you get into music? You know, like start to finish, like from the beginning of you getting into music first, like listening to songs and you being like actually interested in making music.
Shit. Well, music's always been around me, bro, my whole life. My parents are both super big hip hop heads. I've just always felt that, like, that's an escape for me. Always just, it's been my outlet, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's around 2013, 2014, I started producing on some cracked FL. Fucking making beats, bro, all through high school.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't start taking this shit serious until I was about 16. A small league of Akira. Shouts out to Akira. We got hooked up with BNB, fucking Manifest Clan, some Space Coast Perp shit.
Yeah, and elaborate a little more on that. Yeah. Like, how did y'all get associated with that? Like, how did you make that connection? Because, you know, BNB was, like, associated with Space Coast Perp.
Damn, bro, I'm not gonna lie. Honestly,
crazy shit, you know?
It was all through Kira. Like, he set that up through BNB Liza. That's who was in it, who put us onto that. Yeah, at that time, bro, I was just making beats. Like, I wasn't really... I had no structure to what the fuck I was doing, dude. Like, you know... Yeah, you're barely... But I was just fucking with them. I was fucking with the internet scene. Yeah. I was trying to get something out, bro. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And then, like, how did it progress from there after the BNB time and everything like that you guys... Because I know you guys, like, parted ways.
Yeah, we had to part ways, bro. Like, alright, so... It was BNB and then it was Manifest Clan. That's what I was in. It was kind of like BNB's... It was supposed to be like BNB's little brother and shit. That shit didn't end up working out. So...
Yeah, alright.
After that, I mean, I took a hiatus from music, I'd say. Until... Shit, probably like a year, bro. I was just listening to like a whole lot of SGP, fucking Black Curry and shit. Getting inspired. And then I took my hand back at producing and shit. Started producing more on FL. Fucking... I was getting a few placements here and there locally. Fucking, I just decided, like, I'm gonna do this on my own, you know? At that point, I wasn't really around that shit.
Like, I'm gonna get this shit, like, if I gotta learn anything, you know? Because you were already doing producing before, so you could already make the beats, you know? So you were already kind of...
Yeah. So I'd say that was about, like, 2016-ish and shit. 2017, that's when, like, I started knowing everyone around here in the local scene. Yeah, and that's when I knew, like, I wanted to try my hand at this shit and being an artist. Yeah. So I started taking it really seriously. Yeah.
And, like, back in the day, like, you said your parents were real big hip-hop heads. What were you, like, put onto from your parents? Because, you know, everybody's parents puts them onto music and stuff like that.
Bro.
What kind of music were you listening to, like...
Good shit, bro. Like, no cap, bro. I was really feeling like good shit, bro. Shit.
What kind of shit? You know, like, name some specific songs that, like, stand out from your childhood.
3-6 Mafia, fucking UGK, Jedi Mind Tricks, fucking Master P, shit, a whole lot of shit, bro. Like, my dad was on one with that shit, bro. Like, he put me on everything, bro.
Yeah, so you were just like a kid listening to all this shit. You're just like, fuck yeah, this shit's dope.
Yeah, I just found salvation in that shit. Like, I don't know, man. I can relate to some of the shit that these people are spitting about, you know? So that's when I knew. Like, since I knew I wanted to make music since young as fuck, bro. Yeah. So
you knew that was gonna be your dream. You know what I mean? Your
goal, like, something in art, something to inspire.
Yeah, something to make art. You know.
Yeah, exactly. Because I felt alone a lot of times in my life, bro. And music was always there for me. And I just want to be that version of someone to these people. You know, like, I want some kid to put on his fucking earphones, hear Chrisvpex, and he's like, damn, I don't feel alone anymore. You know? Yeah, and cool. That's really cool, man. Like, you know, you've evolved from listening to like Master P and like 3-6 Mafia. Bro, old shit. Yeah, my dad put me onto the old shit. I was like a 90s
now you're onto like a really alternative sound.
My biggest influences are fucking, I would say, Space Coast Perp, of course, Raider Clan, BNB. Shouts out to Perp. Like, in my opinion, he did everything in the scene, like, ever.
Yeah, Space Coast Perp was a big influence in that time, you know, like the whole Raider Clan area, like the whole Florida scene at that moment, you know.
Yeah.
Some shit happened, you know what I mean?
Exactly, bro. Exactly.
People know about
that Space Coast Perp shit. Shit's legendary. Fucking Perp Goth Money with Black Cray,
Mhm.
fucking King Groceries,
Fuck yeah.
yeah, fucking Unaloon and 3713.
Bro,
Those
shout
shits are
out
my-
fucking.
yeah.
David,
Oh, shout out David. He changed his name to David.
No, just.
Yeah, it's just David.
It's just David.
I fuck with 3713. That's hard, but yeah. Those are like some of my biggest influences. They got me through so much hardship in my life, you know. So yeah.
And any specific songs that you remember from them that you'd like to share? That you're just like, man, those songs are fire. Like I'm gonna put you on. You know.
I'm gonna say one. I'm gonna say Black Cray, Coding Tears, and my Fanta. Y'all need to listen to that shit, bro. They're just so innovative, you know. Like that's.
Yeah.
I want to be innovative. I want to be like that, bro.
Right.
I want to start
Innovate on the
scene.
sound.
Yes, exactly. I think that's what we need out here.
Yeah, cool. And to get on to more of your story, when did you meet Fat Baby?
Oh shit! I've known this dude my whole life, bro. That's why he's here in this interview. Like he's known every single thing that's gone
Like,
on
how
in
did
my
y'all meet,
fucking
like, originally?
wild life. Elementary
Dude,
school.
elementary school.
Elementary school,
Yeah.
y'all were just like kicking it in elementary school.
Yeah.
Shit, bro.
Hell
Bro, you
yeah.
know the first concert we went to?
What was the first
fucking
concert?
orchestra concert, bro, in elementary school, bro. We were
Damn.
training.
I don't even remember.
Just
His dad
fucking
fucked up my memory,
so
but yeah.
Just
That's what happened.
She was, yeah,
Yeah, man. Like everybody's gone through those times and shit, man. But and to proceed through that, like above, like when you were listening to music, like as a kid and everything like
Yeah.
that. When you first started getting into music and stuff like that, and listening to your own music, what were you listening to at the time?
At the time, yeah, like I'd say that's what those would be my inspirations.
Those would be your
basically, yeah.
inspirations at the time.
I'd say Peep, Tracy, Pert, Black Cray, Rushy, Rushy Bands, Free Rushy, for real. Those are like right there my 5 influences. Like
Your 5 influences.
since I found them on the internet, I've just not been listening to other shit. Like yeah, the mainstream
They're
doesn't
straight in
really.
your playlist,
I don't
like,
give a fuck about that
your
shit.
lights and
Yeah,
everything,
exactly.
Playing them nonstop, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah.
To gear off into another topic, what do you think about the state of the scene here in El Paso, like the rap scene in the state? Because I know there's like different types of scenes. There's a rock scene here that's very different. There's an EDM scene that's very different.
Yeah.
What do you think about the state here in the rap scene here in El Paso?
Shit. Well, from first-hand experience, I can tell you the rap scene's fucking dead compared to the rock scene.
Oh yeah.
'Cause, yeah,
You go to
I've
shows
been-
like in the rock
I've been
scene,
around
people are going
both.
crazy
I'm a fucking.
in houses.
I was a scene kid. I'm a scene adult, whatever the fuck you want to call me now. I'm everywhere in this shit. But
Yeah.
like, yeah, bro, this shit is not thriving how it should be. You know,
Mhm.
I think we need to do something to change that.
Yeah. And what do you think like we could do as a scene to actually change it? Because I know like everybody says collaboration and everything like that, but people
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
have to make like really genuine art that's going to actually blow up and get out of the city and become global and like global, because that's everybody's goal. Like,
Exactly.
at the end of the
You
day,
need to make it out of here.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, but to be able to make it out of here, we have to have a foundation that could get us out of here.
Mhm.
And I think people need to put their egos aside, and we all have to work together on this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I truly believe in that. Like a lot of people have their egos are so big that they just won't work with people just because like of things. But really, if genuinely people fuck with each other's art, they should work with each other. Because some
Yeah.
people don't even listen to the other person's music. They're just gonna like look at the numbers and stuff like that.
Exactly.
People here rather work with someone out of town who's low key than someone who's in town low key.
Exactly, and they can work in person and actually get like an
and
actual
get like
song
a better
together. And they'd rather pay for it too,
Yeah,
because you're gonna be paying for the feature and everything like that. And on the topic of features and everything, what would be your like dream collabs right now, like or anything or any collabs that you have coming right now that you're really excited about?
Shit. Besides the people I'm working with, I mean, I wouldn't
And
really
who are
wanna-
the people you're working with currently? You know what I mean?
Man, it's the same people I've always been working with. You know, Dark Daisy, Phantom,
Mm-hmm.
fucking Kira, Jesse, all those people.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And I know 2020 has been a crazy year.
Yeah.
How has life been for you during this crazy year? Because I know we've been kind of like in a hiatus of stuff because we haven't been able to throw shows or anything like that. How's life been for y'all like during this time?
Fucking lame, bro. I've fucking lost so much motivation for this shit, I'm not gonna lie. That's why I haven't dropped shit. I think I dropped the track like 5 months ago, yo. Like, that's been it in 2020. Like, yeah, it's hard.
What was the name of that track?
Fucking As of Right Now featuring Kira. Fuck Kira.
And where can people like listen to your music just so we can get that like?
Everything right now is on SoundCloud.
Everything's on
I'm not
SoundCloud
gonna drop all platforms until
later.
honestly, I'd say later this year. Yeah, probably around springtime.
All right, cool,
Yeah.
cool. And on that topic, like I believe we were talking about like features and everything like that. That you were collaborations and stuff like that. What would be your dream collabs? Yeah, like later in the future. You know what I mean? Because everybody wants to get to that mainstream, those mainstream collabs and stuff like that. What are the people that you're looking at right now that you're like, man, that I would really love to collab with?
Shit, that's hard because like I don't really got respect for the mainstream music scene. You know.
Well, not even in the mainstream. I'm saying like there could be underground artists. Like I'm saying, I know there's a lot of artists that you mentioned that you like. You know what I mean?
Shit, all my fucking all these artists that I fuck with are locked up too. I would
all
say,
right, even if they're locked up, you know what I mean? If you could get a jail verse, you know,
I would say fucking.
You know what I mean? This is a dream collab, you know what I mean? Like
I would say per
Space Ghost per.
Where you at? Hit me up, like even just on the beats, some shit. Yeah.
Nah, bro, you gotta find out.
Bro, that's my biggest idol. I know he's all fucking washed up now and shit, but bro, he got me through so much shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I still hold it down.
Perp would be
it's whoever I got that personal respect for, you know?
Yeah, I feel you. I respect that.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. And what would be another type of like dream collab that you'd be like, man, I really want to do a song with this person, you know what I mean?
Shit. Peep. Rest
Yeah.
in peace, though.
Man, rest in peace.
I'm Unalun. David. Those are like, the other two. Besides that, bro, I'm really like to myself with the shit.
To yourself right now.
Yeah.
At the moment, you're trying to work on yourself,
Yeah,
work on your own sound.
Exactly.
And I know you have like an alternative sound right now.
Yeah, I do, bro.
And it's really cool. Where did you start getting that inspiration to get this alternative sound at the moment? Because I know you started off with Master P and like 3 6 Mafia and stuff like that.
I mean,
and that's more like boom bap, like rap and stuff like that at the moment. That's really cool, but at the moment you have like a different type of sound. How did it evolve from you listening to that and then going to this?
Well, I've always been a skater, and being around that shit, bro, you hear all kinds of genres.
Oh, yeah.
All types of genres. Yeah.
How did you get to that alternative sound? Like, what artists were you listening to that you were like, man, that's pretty cool? Because I know personally, because we know each other personally.
Yeah.
Like, I know how you've developed this sound kind of like I've seen like the evolution.
Well, shit, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I was late to this fucking shit. I mean, I would say the people who got me into that alternative sound are underground artists who are also making rap, like Peep and X and shit.
X.
I mean, that just really showed me that I could express my emotions and make rap music at the same time, you know?
And where did you get like the idea to like rap on like really like? Because I know Peep and X did like a lot of alternative music and stuff like that, but I know you do like a lot more like rock type like beats sometimes.
Shit, I don't even know. It just clicked.
It just clicked,
bro.
You're
like,
listening.
I'll have some hard ass trap beats that someone sent me, and I can't fucking fuck with them. And then I'll have some fucking guitar trap type shit. And like, it just clicks, bro. I could come up with a melody. I could come up with whatever right away. It's weird, bro.
And are there any like tracks that like when you made them you were like, man, like this is it, man, like this is why I love to make music, you know what I mean? Like your favorite tracks that you've made.
Yeah, I mean one of my favorite tracks ever is Faded, and that's just on an acoustic fucking
that one's cool.
Yeah, and I love it. I mean, I'm just saying, I'm singing my shit, but I'm spitting my shit, you feel me? I love that track, bro. It's just being faded, bro.
It's just about having fun.
It's just not even about having fun. It's
not
just
even
about getting faded and forgetting.
Yeah, alright, cool. And then, I do see that like you've tried to like start a collective and clothing and stuff like that. And I know Fat Baby right here does your clothes and shit.
Yeah, everything.
He's done some pants for you and stuff like that. So elaborate on your guys' collaboration on like art in that aspect.
Shit. I mean, I've always just loved this shit. Everything
love
about
clothes,
the scene.
Like
I would just label it under the scene, bro.
Vibe,
yeah, exactly.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So
like
I want my hand in everything that I could possibly do, bro. And we've just been fucking doing this shit since like high school, bro.
Yeah. And like to gear over towards Fat Baby, like how did you get into like streetwear and all that and like making clothes?
So I have to be honest, bro. I've always been into streetwear, but I was always into that lame shit. Like I was into super radical.
You're into that hype,
like the hype mainstream at the time type shit. Because back in 2015, 2016, like Suicide Boys wearing super radical, I thought that shit was crazy.
Yeah, you're like,
so I
hell
spent
yeah.
all my fucking money on that dumb shit, bro. That shit. But yeah, I mean, it wasn't until recently, I'd say maybe like a year or two ago, I got into streetwear and I really started copying like main brands. And then maybe like I would say when I lost my job because of COVID this February, I started reselling and I really like got deep into it. And yeah, I mean I have a Grail that's whatever, you know, it's decent.
Yeah.
I have a couple sales on there, so I'm barely starting, you know, dipping my toes in the shit. But bro, shout out Fantissimo, bro. But yeah, I mean, so right now I've just been trying to really resell shit and try to, how can I say, get in that resale game, because I find that to be really lucrative. Like, yeah, it's crazy to buy an $80 hoodie and to resell it because of the name on it. Like, anybody can screen print it, but because of the name, it resells for such a high ticket price. So I mean, that's how I kind of got into.
That's how you got into like streetwear and designing stuff, and then eventually you got design for your friend and stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay, so I would say I got into the designing, because of a couple people on Instagram.
Bro, we're fucking hustlers.
Yeah,
I mean, money, bro.
Hell yeah.
I was looking for another way to make money.
Any sort of way. Fuck yeah.
Bro.
So you were designing clothes, trying to sell it to people and shit like that.
I would sell fucking whatever the fuck I can, bro. I'll sell a bag of chips to somebody if I had to.
Hell yeah, bro.
I mean, that's true, because I really felt that I wanted to do something, and I saw how easy it was. Well, at least for me, I find somewhat of a passion in like designing. I would say more
clothes and like designer.
Yeah, well, I would say more in like custom clothing, not designer, not luxury. I would say more of like one-of-one pieces. So I just saw some dude on Instagram start dyeing pants, right? And I was like, well, that'd be pretty easy to just dip some pants in bleach and put some dye in them. So that's how I started. My first pair was some super bootleg Louis Vuitton jeans that I made. You know, I got some like freezer paper. I put them on some jeans and I cut that shit out, bro. I thought those were so fucking cool. But yeah, I mean, it was just shout out to, I guess, I don't know if his ad's still Choreboy, but he does shit with bleach on Instagram. And I saw that shit. That's kind of what took
you off. And then you designed, like, because I know you designed some cool pants for Chris over here.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean? He was wearing them at the show, I believe.
Yeah.
Fucking Trigun, bro.
Yeah.
Those are based off of anime.
Based off of anime?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and I know you're like into anime and all that. Like, what kind of animes do you like at the moment or anything like that? Both of y'all. What animes are like your all-time favorites? Like that.
All right, bro, I got you right here.
Bro, I probably have a bigger list than this dude, bro.
He has a bigger list than me.
Bro,
it's because
your list is like a scroll.
It's like, bro, yo, on some anime shit, bro. You just
hell yeah, bro.
Stupid.
Yeah, I'm not on that shit. I'll give you a top three. Like, my top three is Hunter x Hunter.
Bless you, bro.
We're gonna cut that. Shit.
Sneezes aren't corona.
Shit, I'll give you my top three. Hunter x Hunter, Trigun, and Full Metal Alchemist, bro. Right there.
Dope.
I'd like to say my top 5, because I got a couple more that I really want to add.
Yeah.
My first one would definitely be Berserk. Berserk was on some shit. I read the manga and I watched the anime. So the top 5 would be Berserk, then Hunter x Hunter. My third one would definitely be Attack on Titan. That one's some crazy.
Yeah, that was
cool.
Yeah, that one was wild. Everyone could agree on that shit.
Yeah. Hunter x Hunter and that one.
My fourth one would, it's not a series, it's more of a film, but it would be Perfect Blue. You know, the first time I saw that movie, I probably rewatched it like 3 times the first movie.
Yeah, I gotta check it out. I haven't seen it.
It's like psychological. And my fifth one would probably have to be a more recent one, Goblin Slayer.
Goblin Slayer.
That one's just fucking on 10. It's crazy. The first episode is too much, bro. Like, there's still like there's still more 20 episodes, so it's too much. But yeah, that probably have to be my top 5.
Cool. And back to Chris, what's your inspiration for your whole style and aesthetic? You know what I mean? Like, what inspires you to like dress the way you dress? You know what I mean? Your vibe, your character, everything like that. Because I know you said like you're listening to Master P and all that. Like, what like growing up like involved you to this?
Well, growing up, like I had a separated family. Other than my mom, she was a single mom and shit.
Mm.
Her fucking boyfriend and shit while I was growing up was a hardcore skater dude, bro. So he put me onto all this skater shit.
Yeah.
And then when I would go see my pops, he put me onto all this hood shit, bro. Like the Master P36, fucking UGK, bro. So I just say it's a blend of both, bro. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, were you ever like a skater? Like, did you ever like skate and stuff?
Yeah, I was actually in Skate City. Shouts out to Skate City, El Paso. I don't know if that shit's still around or what, but yeah, I used to skate. I used to thrash, bro.
Yeah,
that shit.
Back in the days.
Back in the day when I was a little kid, bro.
Like hit up Carolina and all that shit.
Yeah, I hit up Carolina, fucking South K, fucking. Yeah, I hit up the Northeast, go skate, whatever, bro. You know.
So yeah, and then I know like, cause like we know each other and everything like that. We have like these college times or stuff like that, or pre-college times. Like let's talk about that. Talk about those times, cause you know we haven't talked about much, but yeah, I got kicked out of UTEP. You know what I mean? Whatever. But like how was like those whole times in that aspect? Because I know we had like there was the times at the apartment, like you know what I mean.
Oh shit! You want me to talk about this shit for real?
Like nah, you don't have to talk about that specific thing. But I'm saying there's like these whole times, you know what I mean, and we want to give people insight into those times.
Shit.
Those times were the crazy times.
I would just say that shit was lit, bro.
Yeah, that shit was lit.
That's where.
This shit was
bro,
lit,
I'm fucking Chrisvpex. That's how I felt back in that day. Bro. For real.
Yeah, yo, for real.
I was on some shit.
Well, I could say is shout out to the McDonald's on Mesa, bro.
Shout out to the McDonald's on Mesa, bro.
All the free drinks.
We would jug your ass for free drinks. We're struggling in that apartment, but we had shit popping in there, bro. For real.
Oh man! And then to get back like on the college thing, like, cause I know everybody like. Currently, we're not in college, but we were in college at the moment.
Yeah.
Like I know I said I got kicked out of college, but how was like college for y'all? Like as an experience for like the education system and everything like that.
Let's see. I'd say it was pretty whack. It was pretty garbage my first time around. I mean, I wouldn't say I helped my situation. I was still in.
You weren't really like the most positive. Like
I wasn't. I wouldn't say I was ready for college. I was still like in that high school mentality.
Even though you know what you wanted to do.
Yeah, I
just wanted to fuck hoes, bro.
You were just like,
that's
hey,
my
man,
college experience right there.
Nope. Yeah, but I mean, I went to Western Tech, like some dumb technical school, and that shit was horrible. I like my only main teacher was the teacher for my main course, which was I think I'm not too sure what it was called, but something with IT. And he was the only teacher that I've ever like consistently had when I was at Western Tech. All my other teachers, like for my basics, for like English, math, and every other subject, we would have a different, I guess, professor every month. Mm-hmm. Like so, it wasn't consistent. I was still like in that high school mentality. I was like, oh, what? Well, we don't have a consistent teacher, so why should I put in that work? Yeah, exactly. But everybody was just literally looking up the answers online and doing the work 30 minutes out of their day. But I fucked up, and they kicked me out. So I was like, fuck. That's when I really like understood. I was like, man, I really just fucking wasted my time and wasted
your money and time because you gotta pay for college. Yeah. That's the worst thing.
And I can't believe I didn't understand that up until like I guess recently. Yeah. That I put so much money into something that I should have saved for something else.
Yeah, exactly.
It's fucking awesome.
You know, and to get back to Chris, like. What kind of what do you got coming like now? Like, what are you working on currently? Like, do you have any projects coming? Any singles coming that you're really excited about? Or anything like that? Or are you cooking up anything? Do you got any projects like cooking up? You know what I mean? Like maybe you don't have anything recorded, but at the time, like you're like thinking about doing anything.
Oh well, quarantine got me kind of stuck in a rut, bro.
Yeah, some writer's block and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, I usually would just fucking write based off of my life and shit, but I've been locked up in the fucking crib.
I feel you on that. We've just been here too.
Yeah, and it also gave me time to fucking reevaluate like what I want to do with this music shit. So right now I'm in a really weird headspace. I don't think I could give an exact date on when I would drop some shit, but for sure before the end of January. Yeah, I'm gonna have some sort of project out, or at least a single, something. Cool. Yeah.
So you're trying to work on something.
Yeah. I don't know how I want to like come in again. You get me? I've had a really long hiatus.
Like 5 months. You said
5 months, bro. So like, I don't want to disappoint. I don't want to disappoint people who support me. I really want to give them something new, something innovative, and something they're gonna love. Yeah.
And has there been anybody from the city that like you worked with or anything like that? Like I know we talked about like Phantom and Kira and everybody like that. Shout out to Phantom and Kira, and stuff like that. Is there anybody else that you've been seeing that you're like, oh man, like you want to work with, or there's people outside of the city that, because you know we're gonna post this on YouTube and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
We want people to like maybe even like get the collaborations going, you know what I mean, and stuff like that you've seen that you want to collaborate with.
Shit, like I said before, I'm really close knit, and my priorities have just shifted with music.
Yeah.
Like I want to make sure that me and my people get out.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
At the end of the day, that's all that I'm focusing on right now, bro. So I can't even say like I would want to work with other people.
Is there any like in another aspect? Is there any like producers that you're like currently like looking to work with, like, you know what I mean, get beats from like in the underground at the time?
Shit, right now I just have some shit with Ice Boy coming out. Besides that, nothing else, bro.
Nothing else at the time.
Yeah.
Cool. And what current artists are like in your rotation, like in your playlists and stuff like that at the moment? Because you know, I know as your friend, you know what I mean, what's in your playlist, but they don't. You know, like what's in your current like rotation? Like you're like, oh yo, I'm listening to this shit. Like this shit's fire. Like this shit's like it right now. Like, you know, this shit's just hitting.
Shit. Shouts out to Slay World. I fucking bought Goonies, Summers, Autumn all day. Fucking Greedo. Greedo is hard as fuck, yo. This is too fucking Greedo.
303.
From fucking Rushy Bands, free Rushy Bands, for real.
Free Rushy.
Shit, besides that, the same old, bro. I've been on that same shit. The same wave,
shit.
yeah.
So I would have to say my rotation right now is probably just 03 Greedo.
Main one.
Main one. Fucking Money Over Everything. That's the one I'm gonna repeat. I'd say Shorty. That's his that's the name, right? Shorty.
He likes West Coast shit.
He barely put me onto that, dude. It's pretty decent. I'd have to say David. Again, shout out David, bro. 3713. And that's it, bro. I mean, I don't.
John Millie.
Okay, yeah, John Millie.
I listen to John Millie sometimes.
Let's see what else. Oh, you know what?
John Millie's dope.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I've also been on that rock shit. I've just been listening to like.
Yo, he's really on that rock shit.
What kind of
I'm
rock
not gonna
shit
lie. Like, yeah, he's put me on to rock shit. You can ask him
I know
about
he's
that.
probably listening to rock shit that you've been putting him on to.
Yeah.
You know, y'all are really close and shit.
Yeah.
Like, what kind of rock shit are you listening to? Because that might give us some insight into like what has inspired like the alternative sound at the moment.
Shit.
Probably. When I say everything, like it's not an understatement, but I'll go ahead.
Okay,
and,
like
specify,
I know, but when you say everything, it's just hard for people
it's a big
to
spectrum, but like
to even like
exactly.
contemplate. Like, okay, yeah, but you could listen to this.
Yeah, no, I know
that.
But I'll go ahead and give some specifics. Like I'd say I grew up listening to Pierce the Veil, freshman year on some emo shit.
Going on that emo shit.
Back then, dude, I was on that. That's what I'm saying.
Like Roots, like, you know what I mean? Like you really fucked with that at the time.
Yeah, at the time. But I would say what really put me on was my cousin when I was really younger. I would go to Chihuahua to visit him in Mexico.
Well, yeah.
And he'd have like some shitty little computer, he'd just be in his like little room, and this dude would just be blasting System of a Down, bro. Like all his songs, dude.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, what is this? This is crazy. Like, I just love the guitar, the drums, like the screaming. I don't know what about it, but I just really liked it. So then I took that home with me the first time he showed me all of that. And I just, on YouTube, I just looked up System of a Down. And then I started listening to that. And everything would start popping up unsuggested, like Slipknot, Metallica, Pantera. And then after, like, I'd get to Pantera and start looking into different things. Like Nirvana started popping up, or let's see who else. Deftones, dude.
Bro, me and this dude grew up like basically with each other, bro. Like,
yeah, exactly.
So everything he's heard, I've heard. Everything.
Yeah, so I'd say I would say he put me on the rap stuff, and I put him on the rock.
I wouldn't cap. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I would say the skating scene just put me onto that whole alternative shit, bro.
The whole alternative vibe, like, you know, like skaters and stuff like that.
Exactly, bro.
And at the time when you were like skating or anything like that, like what kind of music were you listening to at that moment? Like, you know, at that moment in your life, just so we can get like a good timeline. Because I know we talked about the beginning, right? Like, and then kind of kind of your high school times, college times, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We kind of haven't gotten into like those like middle school years. You know what I mean? Like
oh
elementary
shit!
years.
All right,
type thing. So, you know, I want to try to get everything. You know.
Hello, Benz here. This segment is going to be about crypto. I just want to do a disclaimer. This is not financial advice. Don't take anything we say as financial advice. Do your own research whenever you're investing, because you can lose all your shit. Welcome back to the interview. Bye.
Bitcoin way more valuable to me, bro. I've made so much on Bitcoin, yo. I believe in Bitcoin so much, yo. Like, dude, because Bitcoin could go down like 50%.
Well, I saw that too, bro. I'm hoping it goes down 50% because once it does, putting my dick in that shit.
Well, right now it's down at like 37, yo. Like it went for 4.
I just got
or 36, yeah.
I just got a notification.
Yeah, or 36 or whatever, yo. But yo, I bought it 7K, yo. So like, yo, unless that shit goes down like a fuckload, yo, I don't give a fuck, yo. I could give a flying fuck if that shit fucking goes down to fucking 20K. I still have a fuckload of money. Like, yo.
I hate myself, bro, because when I first started, first I was in Western Tech. Like I went for like technical shit, bro. So I was with a bunch of nerds.
Yeah.
This dude, I'm sure he's a fucking millionaire right now, bro. I'm sure he's a millionaire. Because I think, back in 2017, 2018, right when I got out of high school, Bitcoin was only maybe like 100, 200, 300, bro.
Yeah.
I might even be like lying. I don't even know the exact price. I'm sure
like
it's pretty cheap.
In 2017, like it dropped to like 3K. Like it was like at 3K. Because like in 2016, it went to 20K. Like, that's when it went fucking crazy, yo. Like, and it dropped all the way down to 3K. But, yo, 3,000 was the price for, like, a good, like, half a year, yo.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm talking about all these people that collected Bitcoin during that bear market, yo. Because I only got into Bitcoin, like, when it crashed in March, when it went down to 3K.
Mm-hmm.
But I wasn't even able to buy at 3K because it bounced to, like, 4 and 5. And then I bought it, like, 7. Right? And then eventually, like, I bought other cryptocurrencies like Ethereum and shit like that. Because honestly, yo, like, Ethereum is probably going to be a good investment too. Because look, think about Ethereum. Ethereum could go to like 27K.
Mm.
It's like 1.2K right now.
Not even that, bro. I don't know if you've heard, but most banks supposedly are going to start using a network that's ran through Ethereum.
Yeah.
So there's going to be so many other currencies on there. So much transaction just on the Ethereum network. Ethereum's gonna go fucking.
Oh yeah, dude! I bought 3 Ethereum when it was at $100, yo. And dude, that shit's at like I have like 4,000 now, yo, in like Ethereum. And like, yo, like when people tell me, they're all like, "Oh yeah, yo, but you lose thousands of dollars in a day," and I'm like, "Yeah, yo, but there's days that I make like $3,000 a day," and I'm like sitting there like, "Yo, if I cash out now, like I'm an idiot." Because really, look, I've only invested really about like 3K, 4K, and I've made around like 30. So you're talking about I've 10 times my money because I decided at one point that I said, fuck the stock market, I'm going in crypto because it has a better opportunity. And I feel like when you invest in things, you should invest in ideas and not fucking like businesses.
Yeah.
Because if you're gonna invest in businesses, it's good for like keeping your money and like keeping value and shit. But like when you invest in ideas, you have like the opportunity to go like crazy. Because like, yo, there's 2 things I've missed out on. There's Tesla. Back in the day, I owned a share of Tesla before it went to that like five stock split.
Oh yeah.
Because if I had kept that 1 share of Tesla, then I would have had 5 shares of Tesla at this moment, and that would have been worth like right now. That would have been worth almost like 5K. You know what I mean? And that would have been for like a $400 investment, but I sold it when it was at like 600 because I wanted the cheap profit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's where I learned my lesson on that shit. And on another thing with crypto is I was watching this one crypto that was Maker, and it was at $500 for like so long, yo. And I was like, man, I need to pick some shit up because this is like I saw through all its life, it's been stable at 500. You know what I mean? 400, 500. You know what I mean? But that's okay for crypto. Yeah. Crypto, the thing is, people think like, oh, like it could correct 50%. That's fucking horrible because people that buy $40,000, of course, you're gonna lose a shitload of money. But for people like me, yo, you're like, yo, I didn't have that money before, yo, so I'm not gonna bitch about losing that money that I didn't have before because I'm still above like what I've invested. Unless it goes below like what I've invested, or even honestly, like if Bitcoin were to go to like $0, like in a few cents, I'd probably pick up a fuckload of Bitcoin. Because, yo, the bounce would be crazy. Like, the bounce would be insane. Like, it would bounce, and, like, you'd probably be a millionaire.
Yeah. Like that's probably the whole point. They went down.
Yeah, you know? Because Bitcoin's probably going to go back down to, like, 20K. I feel like realistically, yo,
fucking hope,
because people always like are seeing like, oh, Bitcoin's going up, and we've seen today that Bitcoin can go down again. You know what I mean? And we've been waiting for this shit. I've been waiting for this shit. You know what I mean? And the thing is that I've bought Bitcoin at every price, bro. I'm telling you, I've bought Bitcoin at 20K, 30K, 40K. I've bought Bitcoin at 7K. And you want to know what? It's all because I truly believe that you're not going to be able to own one Bitcoin at one point. Like, if you own, like, I'm going to tell you this, yo, this is some crazy shit. If you own 0.28 of a Bitcoin, you know what I mean? Like, you're guaranteed that 1% of the world will never own more Bitcoin than you. And that's crazy. You are already guaranteed to be a 1%er in the future. You know what I mean? Like, and the way people are investing into Bitcoin nowadays, like with like companies pouring billions of dollars into Bitcoin. Like I'm talking about companies are pouring billions and they've seen the returns, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because companies invested at like 20K and like, yo, they've already seen their money double, yo. Like, you know what I mean? The bull's out the pen, you know what I mean?
I'm fucking upset at myself, bro. Like I said, when I started getting into it, which was probably a couple months ago, she was on like at 16K.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I'm not gonna put in any because
it's too expensive. It's too expensive.
And now
you will lose out every time if you think it's gonna go down.
Yep.
Just buy it because look, what you gotta learn is this: don't put in all your amount. You gotta learn to dollar cost average. And I'll tell you this: this is like the most thing because like you could trade Bitcoin, right? If you trade Bitcoin, 80% of people that trade Bitcoin lose money, and I'm gonna tell you that right now. But 100% of the people that hold Bitcoin make money. People that trade Bitcoin drive Mini Coopers. People that hold Bitcoin drive Lamborghinis, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Because the people that bought Bitcoin way back in the day that it was at $20, yo, because I even told, back in the day, yo, I told my dad about Bitcoin, yo, and I told him, I was like, yo, let's buy some Bitcoin, like, you know what I mean? Like, and my dad was like, nah, like, he thought it was some video game shit, yo, and my dad even remembers, yo, my dad remembers the conversation, yo, like, my dad even's like, yeah, like, if I could have poured, like, $2,000 into there, like, I couldn't even care, in retrospect, I knew what it was, and, you know, like, at $20, my dad would have had a fuckload of Bitcoin, you know what I mean? Like, and it's just something that you can't think of that, and, you know, and this is, like, something I live by, like, with investing, you'd rather be playing the game than not in the game at all. You know what I mean? Because, look, the most exciting outcome is usually the outcome that's going to come out. And, like, even Elon Musk said that, and he's become the richest person in the world recently. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But, yeah, crypto's crazy, bro. I honestly, like, I just can't believe it, yo. It's exceeded all my wildest expectations. Like, I thought 24K we would get there and then like drop back down to like 17.
Dude,
and I was like yeah, that's how it's gonna go, and then we're gonna go higher, and then we're gonna go to like 100K, then we're gonna go to the 40K and 50K. But yo, right now, like,
dude, that's
right now, yo, yeah, we're at 36K or whatever the fuck, right? But yo, Bitcoin was worth 0.001 cent at one point, yo. Like, I'm talking about like, yo, like, you're talking about something that, like, if you had done it back in the day, like, I wish as a kid I had looked more into Bitcoin, because instead of my dad buying Bitcoin, back in the time when I looked at it, yo, it was like 2009. So, like, dude, you could mine Bitcoin on, like, a shitty laptop. And you could mine a shitload of Bitcoin in a little laptop. And, like, you know, I was really into, like, fixing computers at the time. Like, I didn't have a computer, like, I would buy, like, shitty computers, like, a lot of fucked up computers and fix them and sell them to people. And, you know, I'd get the crack of fucking Windows and crack of Microsoft Office and all that shit, and I'd sell it to people. And, you know, I thought about it, like, I was like, man, like, if back in the day I had really figured out how to mine Bitcoin, yo, like, I would have been a multi-millionaire in high school. I, like, really... But, you know, you can't fucking have a time machine and go back in the past and be like, yeah, so, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do now.
I don't know which cryptocurrency is backed by porn. I think it's either Litecoin or Ethereum. But back in like 2018, Litecoin and Ethereum were on like fucking a few cents, bro, a few dollars. And right now, thinking about it, if you were to put $100 in for like 100 Litecoins or Ethereum coins, both cryptos are like at 150, 160 right now. So that's like a minimum, like fucking 100% profit return.
Look, I'm gonna tell you this, yo. Look at Dogecoin, which was a cryptocurrency that was created as a joke.
Yeah.
Right? people that bought Dogecoin back in the day when it was super cheap, you could buy like 1 million Dogecoin for like cheap as fuck, right?
Mm-hmm.
When it hit 1 cent, recently, those 1 million Dogecoin were worth $10,000. And you got to think about it like that, like you know, there is like feasible ways for you to make ridiculous amounts of money for low investments.
That's so wild.
And the thing is that like people just don't believe in it, and that's why I always say invest in ideas and don't invest in businesses.
Yeah.
Because like, look, like I've invested. I think like the only stocks I own right now are like Tesla and Ford and like Boeing.
Mm-hmm.
I like Boeing because I've always liked the company and they make airplanes.
Yeah.
Whatever. I like Ford because they're coming out with electric cars to compete with Tesla, and I like Tesla because they have electric cars.
Yeah.
But Ford is coming out with a cool electric car or whatever the fuck. So I think that's a cool idea. You know what I mean? That's why I invest in it. And Bitcoin is like the main idea that I do invest in. You know what I mean? Like Bitcoin is like an idea that's crazy, and I like DeFi too. So I like the Ethereum network and all that shit. So you know, like I own that, and then I own like every other altcoin that I could buy on Coinbase. You know what I mean? Because you know, it's better. like I say, it's better to play the game than to not be in the game. Because look, in retrospect, right? Let's say you invest $100 right now into every single cryptocurrency that you can buy on Coinbase, which you need about $2,000. You know what I mean? To invest $100 in each one of them, right? But let's say long term in 10 years, that account is worth like $250K. You know what I mean? In retrospect, Joe, yeah, it seemed like a lot to you investing. Like, you know, at the time, like you're like, damn, I'm gonna drop $2K to invest in all this shit, and I'm not even gonna get shit in Bitcoin. I'm not gonna get shit in Ethereum. I'm not gonna get shit in all these, but I'm gonna get all these other coins by the hundreds. You know what I mean? By the thousands and shit. And you think about it, you're like, yeah, they're not worth shit now, but there was a time when Bitcoin wasn't worth shit.
Yeah, that's true.
That like, I don't put it past any other cryptocurrency to go fucking insane and go as expensive as Bitcoin. Because you know, I don't understand it as much. But look, I have a lot of quarters sitting in that little jar right there, right?
Yeah.
I'd rather own a bunch of Cardano than I'd own a lot of those quarters. Because you want to know what? Those quarters are gonna sit there for years and devalue themselves and shit. Because we've printed 30% of all the dollars in circulation this year. 30% of all the dollars in circulation have been printed. So that means this year, well, I'm not even saying next year, it's not in 2020 anymore. But this year, shit is going to go up 30% in value. Like, your $1,000 is going to lose $300 in value.
Oh, I'm sure shit's going to I'm sure we're going to fucking get in some type of inflation shit.
Yeah, we're going to get into some inflation shit. And it's told by the fact that insurance companies, big institutions, all these people are buying Bitcoin, And not just a little bit, Like, I'm talking about, they're buying a lot. They're buying more than they can be made in a day.
Yeah. You
know what I mean? Because there's only 900 Bitcoin being mined a day now.
Bro, I mean, okay, imagine being like a large corporation and you have like a whole fucking sub branch of just monitors to monitor like all types of network. Bless you. To monitor all types of. You're good. Bless you. You're good. Because time, bro. To fucking monitor and measure all types of networks there, all types of markets. So they have a whole fucking team watching Bitcoin, bro. So they see it go up 1 cent. Their fucking budget is like $7 billion, bro. Whatever the fuck McDonald's is on, And they just fucking dish out the money, and they're just money like fucking sex couples, bro. Money makes money, bro.
Look, and the thing is, like, I'm gonna tell you this secret right here because I've watched a lot of shit on Bitcoin, Like, I'm gonna tell you this secret right now. This year, trillions of dollars are going into Bitcoin. Like, I'm not talking about billions, millions, no, trillions. Because Bitcoin has always been Pandora's box for money,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because everybody knew once the rich people and all these rich, really, really rich people were like, I want some fucking Bitcoin. You know what I mean? Like, once they said that, like, it was going to be over. Like, the price was going to go to 100K. We're going to go to 500K. You know what I mean? And the thing is, right now, people think, oh, yeah, Bitcoin at 40K. I think Bitcoin at 40K is cheap because 100K is when I think everybody can start saying, like, don't invest in Bitcoin, go to something else. You know what I mean? Because if you didn't own Bitcoin, like, before, like, you're probably not, like, going to own a whole Bitcoin.
Yeah, well, imagine the people right now who who were thinking it was going to go above 40K, put in like a good fucking chunk of their investment in there, and we're now sitting in like 36, 37.
Yeah,
I'm sure they feel some
but the thing is with crypto,
but that's
the crypto is it's healthy for the market to correct like this.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, right now, Bitcoin is so overbought. Like, we've been waiting for this shit because, right now, everybody and their mother is talking about Bitcoin. You know what I mean? Everybody was, like, thinking, like, oh, my God, like, if Bitcoin goes to 100K, like, I guarantee you, when Bitcoin goes to 100K,
no one's going to be on that shit.
No, everyone's going to be on that shit.
You think?
Yes. And the thing is, why I think this is because people are going to be like, oh, man, the fear of missing out. You know what I mean? And they're not going to technically invest into Bitcoin. There is going to be people that do buy Bitcoin. You know what I mean? The people that could buy it. You know what I mean? The people with 100K to put down on some Bitcoin. But people don't realize, like, Bitcoin, like the thing about Bitcoin is the fact that, like, it is going to be worth a lot because it's the scarcest asset ever. There's only going to be 21 million Bitcoin ever. I'm up, so why am I going to be complaining? And people would tell me, oh, it's expensive. I'm like, just buy some. Quit bitching, just leave it. Like, you ain't got nothing to lose. You don't spend that money on weed or wax or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
And would you rather be a millionaire in the future or buy wax today? Because, like, man, if I had retrospect spent all the money that I spent on wax to buy Bitcoin, I would have a few 100K right now.
Dude, if someone had told me back before I was on my lucrative shit, if someone had told me, don't buy this shit for personal, every time you have an urge to smoke, put it into Bitcoin, and in fucking 5-6 years, you'll be a millionaire. I would turn sober in a second.
I know you said you didn't remember much of that.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't go to that.
Yeah.
I really don't remember.
That's really young. Yeah.
Damn, yeah, because you're fucking retarded, huh, dude? Because I remember my shit, like, a couple fucking handful of stories.
And then, like, high school, you said, like, that shit's just, like, same shit.
It's weird, I guess. Maybe I'm supposed to remember those times? Yeah, right? You guys
Yeah, dude. I remember back to elementary.
Fuck. No, I remember, like, glimpses.
I mean, okay, glimpses, I guess,
but no, like, bad. Like, I don't remember a lot.
Like barely
bad.
My little sister got high with, like, my cousin or some shit, and, like, I can't drive. Oh my God. These people grow up. I'm like, why? Like, bro, they live like 5 minutes away from my house. But I bet they fucking hit like a bowl and they're all tripping. My little sister and my cousin.
Oh, they were stoned? Did they need help?
Well, I'm sure. Because my sister wanted me to pick her up. And I was like, I don't know if I can pick you up. I'll let you know. So then she called me right now. She's like, you can pick me up now. And I was like, oh, okay. But then I'm texting her, like, can they give you a ride?
Yeah.
She's like, no, they can't. But I'm sure because they got fucking high school. They hit like the bowl once. And they'll trip.
Right. Shout out to all the goth females. Keeping my career going. You feel me?
Yeah. Yeah, we're back here. Feeling the couch. Chrisvpex Interview. With Fat Baby, a.k.a. Franco. But Franco, a.k.a. Fat Baby, to be corrected.
Either way, bro.
Either way, it works. So just to wrap up the interview and stuff like that, what are your, like, favorite songs you've ever released or anything like that? And where can people listen to you mainly? I know we see it's SoundCloud.
Yeah, right now it's strictly SoundCloud, bro. I'm not gonna branch out into a little bit later, but my favorite songs: Bad Company, featuring Phantom, fucking Pain, and Faded, bro. Pain's like top, for real. Y'all need to hear that shit.
Yeah. And would there be any, like, messages you want to, like, send to your fans or anything like that? Any final notes that you want to get off your chest or anything you want to include in the interview, like, to your fans, because that's mostly what we're doing this for, so, like,
yeah, exactly.
Get, like,
That's kind of hard for me to get deeper now because I'm faded, but fucking just know, like, y'all aren't alone. Like, really, that's the main message I want to convey.
Yeah.
I've been through so much shit. I've been through a lot of shit, dude. Like, I've been homeless. I've been an addict. I've been everything. Like, I just want everyone to know, like, they're not alone. That's what I want to get through my music. Exactly.
And, like, just so we can, like, touch on that, like, because, I know you brought this up. Like, what have been, like, some of your struggles and stuff like that you like mention on the interview and stuff like that, so people could, like, relate to, like, your music or any music that's, like, brought up that, because we were talking about, like, your favorite tracks, any music that, like, has actually, like, like brings up those feelings? You know what I mean? Like,
shit, all of them.
All
You
of
can
them?
take a look into all of them.
Yeah.
They have some sort of message in them. But shit, just being like house to house, fucking off the drugs, off the bars. Like,
Yeah.
Just struggling, you know? Like, I've been through that. And I know where it comes from, bro. Like, I don't judge anyone. And I just want people to know that they have someone in their corner with this shit, you know?
Yeah, I feel you. I
Real
feel you.
for real.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if it's still out, but Suicide at the Function is a good one to listen to.
Yeah.
If you don't have that, you can fucking.
Yeah. No, that's just, that's my first track.
That's a good one. So
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like, you know, like we said, like any message you have for your fans or anything like that, like you said, you know, you're not alone or anything. So I feel like we wrapped up this interview and kind of got touch base on mostly everything.
Yes,
you know what I mean, that we wanted to get on this interview. So it's been a pleasure. You know what I mean. Thank you guys for coming out.
Yeah, of
Chris,
course.
for coming
Thank
out,
you, bro.
know,
Thanks for having us, bro.
everything. You know, it's been Feet on the Couch. You know, this is the Chrisvpex Interview.
That baby is a cut. My shooter.
You know, he got on the Beetle Blood and, you know, the FTP.
You gotta follow me, bro. Franco Aka Fat Baby.
And, you know, we'll have the ads for everybody, you know, I mean, stuff like that. And links so you guys can check out the music and shit. We'll have those for every interview. But,
Yeah.
She poppin' bottles, I'm poppin' pills. Hop inside the ride, then you know the deal. Hurry up the pint, can you hold the wheel? Brother, so there's no refill. Demo for real, demo for real. All my messages ice, so my neck give you chill. Always on my grind, no I can't stay still. Money on my mind, have to get the bill.